So I found this article this week. I believe it started Harvard Business Review. And the question had to do with if innovation was fueled by conflict or cooperation. And the reason that this was an important article to me, and we've talked about it before, that I find myself not able to be creative or really to create almost anything when I'm under a lot of stress. And I need that stress to be off of my shoulders to really let my mind be free. So I was interested in this idea that it was possible that conflict also caused innovation. And so part of this article itself, and really the reason I'm presenting it today, is I just want you to take the time to read it. And not only read this Harvard Business Review article, but it references an article from the New York Times, which is really where all of this started with new comforts, growing complacent. You see it on the screen now. Nick Bilton writes this section for the New York Times called Bits. It always has some really unique stuff in it. But I was curious, Chris, what you thought, because obviously you've been through both, and it's possible that Mr. Penn might want to weigh in on this as well. Do you find yourself more creative, more innovative in a situation of comfort in your world, or do you find that, problems and conflict create innovation for you, that it's sort of a forced thing?
It's a weird kind of mix, and I'm curious how other people feel about this, but I feel like if I have a cushion of comfort at home, like if my home life is okay, if everything's all right, the kids aren't mad, the girlfriend's happy, everybody's okay, then I can take on the world. And then I think you do need the conflict. If there's a mess at home, I find it's so much harder to try to create or do new and good stuff, no matter what the environment is outside of it. So I think, you sort of have to take care of your nest first. But then I feel like I agree with the article's premise that, you really need to have strife to really have success. I was in Norway and I'm going through my speech and I'm like, blah, 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 and I'm talking about it. And then this guy raises his hand and goes, we make so much money. Everything is just nailed down. We have more clients than we know what to do with. Why should we even bother? And I said, you know what? Don't bother. It's okay. And that's really the way to do it. I'm using Skype right now. Thanks, Harold. So I think that the answer was, I think he pointed out that he's doing fine. Why bother? And I guess, live to fight another day, or you never know how tides are going to turn. But I didn't have a good answer for him, Joe. So that's my short answer is I believe, if things are right at home, then you can take on the planet.
And how do you feel about bringing Chris on a little early? Maybe he can get involved in this question.
We need to do that. I mean, how are we going to get this done? Besides, I need to pause and answer a question. Chris Penn, get into the show, darn it.
Alrighty. So the question about conflict and stability is, if you ever, all the science fiction fans remember the old television show Babylon 5. It was a conflict between order and chaos. Not right and wrong, just order and chaos. You need both. There's an interesting expression one of my teachers, Stephen Hayes, has. Order at the top means chaos at the bottom. Order at the bottom means chaos at the top. So if you are talking about trying to create conditions of disruption which give you opportunity, you need to have an awful lot of chaos. You need to create it. You need to be disruptive. But the natural order of things is that as the world changes and as you become the market leader, you stop seeking that chaos. You stop looking for that, and you start going for order. The legendary Sith Lord Emperor Palpatine said that all those who have power are afraid of losing it, which is, in this case, exactly what you're talking about. You're talking about trying to preserve what you've got.